The looking for dungeon tool being or not being in classic World of Warcraft has been a big talking point on the forums and in-game chats. I wanted to show the differences of having it or not having it and how that can affect your time that you spend in the game. Alright, so we're starting off in classic TBC and we're going to go try to find a dungeon on a DPS class. I'm level 18 on this mage, so we're going to try to find a group and see how long it takes us. We're going to go to our looking for group little tool that they do have in classic, select dungeon, and select the dungeon we want to do. You could select up to 3. You could list yourself multiple times. But we're just going to do Shadows Fang Keep, and it looks like there's some people looking as well. So we have me, a rogue, we have 2 warlocks. No tanks and no healers currently. So let's see how long it takes us. Well, another thing that you can do, now this isn't something that's like super well known. At least I didn't know about this. I guess like if you've been playing Classic for a while, you might know about this, but it's called the LFG Bulletin Board. It's another add-on that you would have to download. And instead of sitting there looking for group chat, which go join looking for group, and I normally turn that off because it's just ridiculous trying to look through here. If you sit here trying to spam looking through this, it's going to be super difficult. Like there's some SM graveyard people that are doing great. SM, the Paladin tank looking for SFK PST. So that's something right there that we probably would want. Let's see what level he is. Level 21. All right, so we'll hit refresh on this and we'll just keep looking here. Well, also, we could go to our looking for group, our bulletin board, and if we come through here and we select what we want vanilla filter, we want Shadows Fang Keep, we'll hit OK. This is the only guy that's looking for group chat right now, or in any of the chats. He's the only person that's looking for a run. So yeah, now we're just gonna kind of go do our thing while we're looking. Ask him if he wants to start a group. This is a lovely thing. Like you whisper people and you just never get a response sometimes. It's pretty great. Oh man, this is so lovely. So we've been looking for 22 minutes already. Still haven't found anybody. Maybe this guy has somebody. Warlock? Just resist everything, I guess. Oh god, he did. Alright, so we're back after having to get off, take a break. Didn't work out the last time, so let's try it again here. So we're gonna go ahead and queue up or look, I guess. Dungeon. Shadows Fang's Keep. We're gonna say nothing because we're a mage. Boom, we have a group. No groups. Alright. Hey, look, we found a tank. We're gonna go fly back to Undercity and turn that quest in, but yeah, our food and water sucks. Let's leave. Looking for group. That's just gonna be spammy as crap. Druid's tanking. Druid tank. I haven't seen a druid tank in a long time, actually. Should be interesting. Is he like just hanging out in Undercity, or is he gonna actually join us here? I thought it was the warrior that said he was gonna be right back. Yeah. While we speed the video up a bit, I want to say that it can be extremely time consuming to try to put these groups together if you don't have anybody to play with. A lot of people will say use your guild and run with them. But when you're leveling up and you're in a guild where most people are already max level, that's not always an option. Or if you're not a tank or a healer, it can be a pretty big time sink. That's not to say that you can't get lucky or get a group fairly quickly at times. As you progress through the vanilla section of the leveling process, the dungeons are going to start taking longer and longer to complete, with Sunken Temple and BRD taking upwards of an hour, if not more, once you're finally in the dungeon. We're all here, just waiting for Protein Shake to come back. Just waiting for Protein Shake. "34 minutes into recording this video, or this segment of the video, we're finally in the dungeon. See how it goes." I should have just bought good water, honestly. Should have just bought the good stuff. Boss down.
Be praised.
Just gonna be chilling back here, drinking water for an hour. Oh, shit. That's not what we want to see. You're standing at the stone. There we go.
Dares interfere with the sons of Aragal.
I loved that cloak when I was a rogue back in the day. I think it was so sick. It's robe. He says robe. Oh, man. New players are funny sometimes. I'm glad that there's new people coming back to the game, though. It's awesome. Experiencing this kind of content for the first time as a brand new player, I think would be really cool. We've made it all the way up.
Release your rage. Another falls.
I had a feeling I was gonna die.
Not enough mana.
Oh, I didn't jump. All right, so we are done with our classic dungeon, going through, finding the dungeon, and finding the dungeon group, getting into the dungeon, getting everybody there, I should say, getting into the dungeon, and then finally completing the dungeon. Total time on that was about 1 hour and 30 minutes is what it took us to do that. 1 hour and 30 minutes is what it took us to go all the way through and do one dungeon at level 20-ish. So we shall see what it's like in Retail WoW. You know, obviously Retail WoW is going to have a little bit... It's going to be easier to do the dungeon. Things are a little bit different. Class balance is different, and just everything's just easier. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to try out what it's like doing the Dungeon Finder in Retail WoW. We are on a level 18 rogue because we were a DPS class in the classic tests that we did, and so we might as well stick to the DPS because it's going to be much easier to find a dungeon and to find a group if you're a tank or a healer. So let's go ahead and queue up, and So we got a 4-minute queue, and let's just see how long it takes for us to have that queue pop and get into our dungeon. Made it to Blackrock Pass. Sweet. Need to report to this dude, John J. John J.
How are you?
So far, we're at 4 minutes almost. We're now at 4 minutes of our queue. Still waiting. That's just the average wait time, so it could be longer than that, or it could be shorter. Dungeon Finder. Search is taking a while. Expand your search for other expansions. I mean, might as well. It's like, hey, it's been a minute longer than what you were waiting, so or what our average wait time was. So let's go ahead and give you open up the search. So what are we opening our search to now? Don't know. Don't know. The good old volcano where Molten Core and Blackwing Layer resides. Right. And accept that queue. Almost to our quest destination as well. 1 DPS has not hit accept. There we go. All right, looks like we're doing Nomergon, so we're doing a classic one anyways. Awesome.
Interesting. Right.
All right, so we're already in. We're already killing the first boss. Put slice and dice back on. Dang, I let it drop. It's not a good thing to do. Look at that. Somebody leaves the group, or you have to kick them because they DC'd, and you just instantly look for another person. Kind of stinks that I don't have any AoE moves, though. Definitely gonna fall behind in these, but look at that, boom, new guy's in. A mage.
Electric justice.
That hunter's doing big deeps. 1300. Going for it for sure. Way too many combo points here. What's going on with all these little gnomes? Just pulling everything, I guess. Oh boy. Literally everything. Tried some AoE. Is that something you spec into later on? There we go. We have AoE. Just all keep coming. Guess we pissed off the dungeon lords. Okay. That was fun. That was pretty crazy. Literally pulled like the entire instance. Last boss already.
Usurpers! Omegami is mine! Explosions! More explosions! I gotta have more explosions!
All right, so that wraps that up there. I mean, Dungeon Finder done. And when you're out of the Dungeon Finder, boom, like you're right back to where you're questing. You can right over here and we'll turn in a request. Come turn in our quest. Boom, get our new quests. But you just queue back up and then you can continue questing. And in my opinion, that's a much better way to go about doing it. So we showed how long it takes to find a dungeon and complete it in both Classic and in Retail WoW, with and without the dungeon tool. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Should they bring it back to Classic? I personally think that they should, but in a modified version. Making the old content while you're leveling, have the version of the tool that's in Retail, but once you're in the current expansion content, you have to find the groups without the random tool and the teleportation aspect. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more content. Thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you next time.